So I already kind of recorded this, but my phone got cut off because I got a call from someone. So it's like now it's probably like 7, but I started walking at like 6:40. Woke up at 5 today, so that's pretty good. Not by choice, but at least I'm up. So kind of wanted to talk today about a couple things, but mainly, and I'm gonna run through it quick because I already kind of talked about it, and honestly nobody's probably gonna really watch this anyway. It's kind of more for me. So I've struggled with ADHD pretty much my whole life, and I went undiagnosed for 15, no, what am I saying? Why am I counting it like it's been my whole life? I just said that I'm stupid. It's been like 18 years that I went undiagnosed, and I'm 21 now, so it's been like 3 years, I think 4 years now that I've known that I have ADHD. And a couple years ago, when I started school, I started taking Adderall for it, and that shit just did not work. Like, it worked, it kind of made things better, but I just didn't have the habits that I needed. Like, I was in a bad mindset, and I thought if I took the medicine it would just do all the work for me, because my whole life I kind of fell for the stigma that, taking medicine for ADHD is like bad, and it makes things hard for you, so or just like makes things way too easy. It's like cheating. So I kind of just for a while told myself that was what that stuff does to you. And when I finally took it, it took me a while to kind of get out of the mentality that it was a crutch. What I realized it was just something that was putting me at the same level as everybody else. Like, you versus a neurotypical person, if you have ADHD, it's like you wearing 30 pounds extra. If you and someone else weigh the same and you're in a race, but you wear 30 pounds extra, that's kind of what it's like. And taking that medicine is just you removing those weights. It kind of frees up the mind, and you stop overthinking as much. But you still have to do the running, right? In the race, you can't just tell yourself that, taking the weights off is just going to make you magically levitate to the finish line. And that's kind of what I thought it would do, and it didn't. And I just didn't have the habits set up to take care of myself. I tried the medicine before I knew the coping methods, and definitely if you're getting prescribed it, don't go through your primary. Talk to someone who's a psychiatrist, because going through habit building with a professional will definitely help you, and it doesn't cost that much. If you're you can do that stuff on Medicaid, I'm pretty sure. The copay is not too much depending on the medicine you get or whatever. So if you do have ADHD and someone's watching this, see if it's right for you. And some people can go without it. Like, I know so many people who go without it. I probably don't need it every day, but I've never been in a tougher position before than I am right now. I got school, I got work, I'm a real estate agent, I have my family's business, I have this, I have just taking care of myself, my girlfriend, making sure I have a decent active social life, spending time focusing on my faith as a Hindu. For taking all this time, it's a lot, and it can get a lot if you don't take care of it properly. So I've been working on that a lot, and I really just feel like now more than ever I'm in a position where I don't really have any excuses, so I just have to do the work, and I'm in such a great position to do things. So I talked to a psychiatrist and kind of got back on something, and it's been a huge help. So now I'm taking new medicine, and not only am I doing the medicine, but and this is what I wanted to talk about, I have the cope methods, I have all the stuff already set up. So I know what I need to do for myself. So it's not like I'm just, taking medicine. I'm also, once you learn those ways to, take care of yourself, it's like trying to ride a bike and, expect it to be as fast as a car, right? Like, this just doesn't make sense. So you have to do what you can, and sometimes certain people have their own issues and facilities and need specific help, but that doesn't mean you can't be just as successful as someone who is, neurotypical per se. I would say that if anything, you just need to look at it in the perspective of, okay, I'm different, but just because I'm different doesn't mean I can't get to the same place. But the way you get to the same place that someone else got to might look different, and you have to play your cards. So, understanding what your advantages are. People with ADHD have amazing habit building skills. Your ability to build good and bad habits is like through the roof compared to someone who doesn't have ADHD. Being hyperactive means you're more emotive. People who are in ADHD are great actors, great emotional people. You're very in tune with yourself. Sometimes a little too much, but there are, I wouldn't say benefits, but there are things that, help. So, I mean, this conversation is just kind of me, kind of saying how amazing it is to finally be on medicine, but at the same time, if I had a lesson to say, it would be despite taking that medicine, right, the ending factor wasn't that made it better. Like today, I woke up at 5, I took my medicine, and then I just started running through my tasks, right? I woke up, I started my laundry, I made my bed, I texted my girlfriend, I started recording a video, I've gone on a walk, I said hi to my family, I've, cleaned my room, took my vitamins, whatever. I've done a lot of tasks today, and it's only the start of the day. And what I realized was the medicine only put me in a position to where, getting up could be a little bit easier, where doing those things could be a little bit easier. But those aren't as much habits that, if you take Adderall, or if you take fucking Vyvanse, whatever you get, if you just take that shit and you don't have any actual reasoning to use it, and you're just kind of going through life, with the idea that, it's just gonna magically make you better or whatever, that shit just doesn't work. And this isn't just a thing with the medicine, but it's just overall, you cannot just expect yourself to tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and that, and then, not expect to lift anything. I was talking to the doctor, or the nurse that, she set me up with the medicine, and I was basically telling her that I realized that the medicine is more like a weight, and you're basically picking up a barbell, and everybody around you is picking up a 50-pound barbell, and you're picking up, a 130-pound barbell. Now, once you remove that 130-pound barbell, and you change it back to a 50, it moves way quicker, because it's my other friend has ADHD, and a thing that we talked about is it literally feels like that one scene in Naruto where Rock Lee has the weights against the fight with Gaara, and he just takes them off and he gets super light, right? That's exactly how I feel right now. And it's almost emotional, because it's just I feel it's a wow, I could have felt like this for so long. But at the same time, it's also a wow, I get to feel like this, and actually have the opportunity, and I'm blessed enough to actually live in a country where this stuff isn't banned or anything, because I know some places that it is, and I'm actually able to use this to my advantage and have proper coping methods and do the right thing for myself. And it just kind of makes me realize there is so much stuff that, you know, we just kind of take for granted and don't really see. It's like a big deal. But like, I wouldn't be, you know, talking to this camera right now if it weren't for the habits that I set off camera. And I wanted to set most of those habits on camera. I wanted to take people with my journey, but I mean, like, having ADHD, it felt so hard to just pick up this camera and just record. And, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm cheating or anything. It just feels like I'm putting myself at a same plane and level of existence as everybody else. And that feels good. Like, it feels really good. So don't take the habits that you've built up for granted, and be proud of your accomplishments while building yourself up. I would say that's kind of the lesson I've been learning. And probably not going to edit this video much, but yeah, just, dude, this life is so like, you know, small in the long run of things. Like, you don't really get much time. So, you know, if I can take some medicine that, you know, gives me a boost and it lets me get through my fucking day, and gives me enough, you know, leverage to make my willpower points. Like, if I had like I kind of talked about it too. It was like, everybody almost like every day, like, you have a certain amount of willpower. It's like scientifically proven. Like, your willpower is like a muscle, and the more you use it, the more you get. But also, like, if you use it too much, you're gonna burn out. Like, if you try to willpower your way through every single day and you just do too much, you will burn out. Even if you're on medicine, even if you're not, does not matter. But what this medicine is doing for me is it's making my willpower points go, like, everything's at a discounted price. So waking up a little cheaper on my willpower, doing certain tasks a little cheaper on my willpower. So it just helps overall. But yeah, no, I would just really say that if you're struggling in life, try to build up good habits, because even in the long run, right, you can take medicine, you can take vitamins, you can buy all the sleeping hack tools, you can get a Whoop, you can buy an Apple Watch and get that Theragun and buy all the shit that makes, you know, you can buy the Gymshark shirt or whatever and get all the gym clothes, but in the end, they're not going to look good on you unless you got the body for it. So you have to build that body up yourself. And, you know, supplements are exactly that. They're supplements. But they're supplements to, you know, who you are as a person. They're not completely who you are. So, you know, you can take the protein shake, but it's never going to be satiating as a full meal, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Might record more. Probably will if I go to the gym. Probably going to go to the gym in a second. So I'll see if I record more, but even if I don't, I just wanted to get this one out the way. And I just feel really good. I'm really proud of myself right now. I just want to remember this moment, because I really do feel like I took that pill this morning at like 5, and I like, that wasn't what got me to do the work. And I think I was kind of afraid that was what it would be. Like, I would just take it and it would feel like a cheat code. Like, it would just feel like I just diminished all my work. None of it mattered, because now I'm just magically amazing at everything. But that's not true. It's just like, it just makes it easier to do shit. Like, it probably, honestly, I'm assuming what I feel right now is what people feel like on a normal basis constantly. And that kind of sucks that I need to take medicine to do that. Obviously I don't have to take it every day or anything. And, you know, it's up to me to always take it. And maybe at another point in my life, I won't have to take it because I'm just getting better with my habits. But I think until I build all the habits I need, it's going to be definitely a huge help. And I'm proud of myself for being able to, you know, talk about this, because I think in the long run, there's a lot of kids out there with ADHD, or adults, or, you know, people who just don't even know they have it, that are afraid to even ask if they have it because there's such a stigma on it. I mean, like, people just treat it like, it's like at least with like other like depression and being bipolar and all these other things, like there's so much, like there's still stigmas on those, don't get me wrong, there is, but it's like ADHD probably, I wouldn't say it has the worst, but it definitely is a unique case where everybody pretends to have it, or everybody says I got ADHD, and oh my god, like I'm such a klutz, I'm so, or like how people say with OCD, like, oh, like I'm so uncleanly, but you know, I get so crazy if I'm not organized, I have OCD. Like, you know, it's got so many jokes behind it, and so many people say like stupid things about it, but it's so many people who actually have it who are struggling on a daily basis. You know, I feel like so clear right now, and it's hard to feel this way all the time when you're struggling to like just let your brain think. It feels like I've relieved myself of like a 300-pound weight that was just on my skull for my entire life, and that feels good because I know that wasn't, and I said this a billion times already, but because I know it wasn't just the pill, it was me. It was the work that I did, and that makes me very proud. So that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. Hope to talk to you guys soon. If anybody sees this, work hard, play harder, love yourself, respect for yourself, and have fun, because you only get one life, maybe. Who knows?